Alright everyone, it's Rob. I'm back on the rough cuts for a few weeks only because I have been drafted in by the British Film Institute to sell to you, foreigners, some of the British films that have come out here in the last few months and that are coming out overseas in the US, Canada and that in the next few weeks, and some are coming out now, and they're really amazing films that you should definitely see. So that's it. I've been brought in to tell you about them and to tell you why they're amazing and why you should spend your money on going to see them. So I'm just going to put on my British Film Institute sponsored costume. There we go. That is right, buddy. The British are coming. The British are coming. So the first film I'm going to tell you about is one called Tyrannosaur, and this is a film directed by Paddy Considine. It's the first film he's ever directed. You might know him from his acting roles, so he was the Guardian journalist in the most recent Jason Bourne film, and he was also one of the policemen in Hot Fuzz from a few years back. So he's done a lot of really good film work, some stuff with Shane Meadows, some lower budget stuff. So he's a really good comic actor, a really good dramatic actor, but he's not as famous as he should be. Which is maybe good because it means he keeps making the films that he does, and he's just made this film, Tyrannosaur, and I think it's the best film I've seen all year. It's the best British film, which actually means it's the best film in the world. So what's Tyrannosaur about? It's about a guy played by Peter Mullen, a Scottish actor who he plays this violent alcoholic guy who can't control his temper, and one day he meets up with this charity shop worker, this woman called, I don't know what she's called in the film, but she's played by Olivia Colman. She's in Peep Show, a sitcom from the UK. But yeah, most people over here know her for her comedy roles. She's soon going to be in The Iron Lady, playing Carol Thatcher, who is Margaret Thatcher's daughter, so opposite Meryl Streep. So that's really going to show off to, I think, a wider audience her ability to play dramatic roles. But this film, in Tyrannosaur, she is absolutely phenomenal. When I heard in reviews that she was really good in this film, I thought, yeah, sure, she's a comedy actress, I'm sure she'll be good, whatever. I didn't really think she would be, even though all the reviewers are saying she was brilliant. She's absolutely immense. Brilliant performances all around, just a really interesting film, kind of mystery also, it's kind of like a rom-com but set in the real world, but without glossy people as well. So it is funny. There's tragedy in there. A lot of people were put off seeing it in this country because a lot of reviewers were talking about what happens in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the film, and I'm not going to do that. There's kind of a violent act that happens in the beginning, and all the reviewers have been talking about it, and their excuse they use is, well, it's not a spoiler because it happens in the first few minutes, but I just think that's a crazy perspective to have. We're allowed to tell the audience what happens in the first half of the film but not the second, because that wouldn't spoil it. I think if you tell anything about sort of what happens in the film, really, apart from general plot, it kind of spoils it. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but sort of had a few people uneasy about going to see it, I think. Yeah, it didn't really get the audience it should have over here, just because it only opened in 30 screens, I think, and it'll probably open to an equivalent number in the US. So if it opens near you, you should really go and see it if you have any interest in thoughtful, well-made, just good cinema. So that's Tyrannosaur. See ya.